Hey guys, Jaws the Shark Reviews here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Deluxe class Strongarm. Now obviously this is Strongarm from the Robots in Disguise 2015 cartoon, and yeah, by far the most popular version of the character, because aside from her, I'm not sure if there's any other notable versions of the character. I think there was a character in like G1 or something like that with the name Strongarm, but they just slapped that name onto this character in RD 2015, most likely for the sake of preserving that trademark, which is something that Hasbro's infamous for doing. So yeah, that's why we got not only Megatron, but Galvatron 3 times within the Unicron trilogy. It almost became a tradition for Megatron to become Galvatron. But anyways, before we take a look at the figure itself, let's take a look at the packaging. So yeah, this one I had for like a month or 2 months or something like that. But I figured why not review it now, since I don't really get any other new figures to review. So yeah, there it is right here. We got the Legacy Evolution logo, and then you got a nice artwork there of her in her police truck mode, whatever it's supposed to be. Right here's the Robots in Disguise 2015 Universe Strongarm. We got Transformers, all this here. Hey, look, QR codes, because, well, on this year's Legacy figures, they don't have these, so, I should cheer some people up, even though this is a figure from last year, but why not? Anyways, free scan for me. So yeah, they get robot mode artwork right here. You get a kind of almost full body shot right there, and then you get an up close shot there. On this side, you get half of the Legacy Evolution artwork, and on the back, I got this right here, this Evo Fusion thing. Man, I completely forgot how stupid these Evo Fusion things were. Yeah, there's the figure, 15 steps, and so you got all this right down here. Yeah, at the bottom, that's what it should look like. And there you guys have the packaging. So let's bring Strongarm right back into frame. So yeah, here she is, and yeah, she's honestly not that bad of a figure. Now this Strongarm is actually a heavy retool of the Legacy Elita 1, and I think they did a really nice job converting that character into this one with the figure, because like, aside from the transformation in some parts in the robot mode and alt mode, they seem like two completely different figures. I mean, especially if you look at them, and well, really both alt modes, but I'd say especially this one. But anyways, let's take a quick up-close look at the alt mode right here. I think it's pretty nice. I love what they did with the wheels, even though they're not painted. That would have been nice to have the hubcaps painted, but whatever. And yeah, I love the blue stripe detail they got here. That's pretty nice. Could have had like a little more paint here in the front, because I know in the show there's like a bit more coloring going on, but yeah, not too bad. On the side here, get more of that striping pattern. And yeah, and of course, just like with the Elita 1, the feet are just hanging out right back here. But at least they're hidden enough. And then, oh no, visible head syndrome right at the bottom. Oh no, boo-hoo. But yeah. Now, you could say, like you could say, oh, Jaws, you can just flip the head around. Well, it's kind of hard, because, I mean, you can move it to the side, but the thing is, it won't go fully all the way, so I just usually leave it like this, just like what I do with the Elita 1, but yeah, you can really tell this is a robot full up down here, but that is the correct transformation, so yeah. So that's pretty much it for the general design right there, and I think it looks nice. Oh yeah, I forgot, look at the flashers right here. I really love it. It kind of almost looks like a like gummy red and blue, like if you ever see like gummy bears or something like that. It kind of reminds me of that, except just solid plastic instead of being something you can chew on. But yeah, I love the silver that they have here in the center. I think that's pretty nice, and this is actually a removable piece. Yeah, because the Elite 1 equivalent of this was kind of like the top of her head. Yeah, I know, it sounds kind of weird, but for those who forgot what that looked like, I'll show that in a bit when I do the comparisons, but yeah, there you go. That's removable, and but it just, you know, it looks very incomplete like that, so we'll just put that right back in there. So yeah. Now, for accessories, aside from the flashers, she does come with her pistol, which she had on the show, which honestly, this looks kind of, yeah, I don't know, it's like a weird clear plastic, and I don't know, something doesn't look right. I mean, aside from it being clear plastic, I suppose that's the main reason. It just kind of looks a little off, honestly. I mean, and there's not a lot of detail too in there, just kind of a basic thing. Yeah, not really too pleased with how this looks. I mean, from a distance it's okay, but, you know, if you look up close, it actually doesn't really look that good. But anyways, so let's do her Evo Fusion gimmick. Oh yeah, I forgot to point out, there's some nice details down here too. It's kind of hard to see because of the white, but they're right there, and that's accurate to how, that's pretty accurate to the show. So that's pretty nice. But anyways, let's look at her Evo Fusion gimmick. And boom! Wow, that was so hard. This is so impressive, guys. This is like 10 out of 10. Perfect Evo Fusion gimmick. Yeah, that's one thing I'm glad that they can continue in Legacy Unite. Just those weird kind of gimmicks. Like, I forgot what they did in Legacy Year 1. Was it like armor ups or something? I forgot what it was, but for Legacy Evolution, they have Evo Fusion, and it's, I mean, like in the first wave or so, it was fine. Like they did some stupid things, but at least they tried. But I noticed by the end of Legacy Evolution, they were just going off the walls here and just doing this. I mean, they're pretty lazy. I'd say like only like half of the figures of the first wave of Legacy Evolution actually tried, but then after that, they just like, you know what, screw it. We're just gonna be lazy. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the accessories. And oh yeah, there's other places you could store this gun. So there's holes on the back right here where feet should be. You can store them in one of these four. On the sides, get some holes right there, and then there's some ports right here and here. And if you want to, you could always remove the flashers and just put the gun wrap there, but I mean, that'll look stupid, especially in for a police truck that doesn't have the sirens, or not sirens, the flashers. Yeah, it looks pretty dumb. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the alt mode there. So yeah, let's do one little size comparison. This one's an obvious one. Here she is with Elite 1, and yeah, now you know what I mean by that top of the head piece. Yeah, as it gets, like I said before, they look completely different in the alt mode. I mean, if you look at the basic skeleton of both of them, you could tell, yeah, it's the same mold. Move this out here. Yeah, you could tell it's just a robot folded up. So I mean, yeah, transformation-wise, it's pretty much the same idea, but and also the feet, I believe, are they're the exact same. There's different colors of plastic. But aside from that, though, I mean, they're pretty much different in the alt modes. Nothing really comparable. So kudos to Hasbro on that. Yeah, I always like whenever Hasbro does, I mean, like a retool, but at least you know, you can tell it doesn't look like the same character, especially like here in the alt mode, which is good because I mean, when there first were listings that they're going to do an RD 2015 Strongarm in Legacy Evolution, I'm like, okay, but then I heard about like it being a retool from Elite 1. I'm like, okay, we'll have to see where this goes, because I mean, Elite 1's alt mode, as you can tell right here, looks absolutely nothing like Strongarm, like in the alt mode in her police truck thing. And yeah, and it's pretty obvious here when you look at it, but thankfully Hasbro did heavy retooling and made Strongarm the way she was. So yeah, that's nice. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the alt mode right there. Yeah, only complaint, I guess, some complaints I have with the truck mode, or that, or whatever this is. I mean, I think it's supposed to be, it's like a police truck or something, police cab, I forgot. But one complaint, yeah, again, just like with Aaliyah 1, the fear hanging out in the back, and unlike Aaliyah 1, who had the spoiler kind of covering it from over here, so you didn't have to see it, unfortunately you do see little bits of the feet from right here, so. Then also, the truck seems a little flat, because I remember in the show it was a bit taller, but that could just be me. I mean, I haven't seen the show in a while, but I'm very certain that wasn't this flat. I mean, it's not too flat in hand, but still. And no, I do not own the original Warrior class figure, so yeah, if I did, I definitely would compare it with that. I don't, so whatever. But anyways, yeah, let's get right down to the transformation for Strongarm. So yeah, now anyways, starting off, it's basically the same as with Aaliyah 1. That's like the one thing they changed was just the whole transformation engineering, which is to be expected. But anyways, yeah, I just want to flip out the feet, and then next bring down these, well, what will become the leg panels, and then just split them apart. There we go. Then straighten out the legs there and there. There you go. Then just flip down these panels right here, and then you got the legs right there. Then after that, you just want to untab the forearms from all this right here, and just do this right here. Yeah, if you own the Aaliyah 1 and know how to transform her, it's pretty much the same basic idea. There we go. And so then after that, you just want to bring this all right up here, and then flip in this panel right there. And then next, just bring up the what will become the door wings. So there's that. And then untab these side pieces right here and just bring them down like this. So it should look pretty similar to how it appeared on the RD 2015 cartoon. And then you just want to bring this section back a bit. At the same time, you just want to bring up the door wings. So it should be about here. And after that, you just want to rotate around the waist. And there we go. So, I think that is it. So yeah, once you got that all done, there you guys have Strongarm in her robot mode. And I gotta say, it does look pretty neat. Yeah, it's not too shabby. Just gotta make sure this is all right. Yes, there we go. And yeah, I quite dig it. So, yeah, now anyways, take a look at the head sculpt up close right here. I'd say it's a really nice, well done head sculpt. Of course, it lacks the weird pupil iris details that they had on the cartoon, which honestly, I don't miss, because I honestly thought that was kind of creepy. Like, it looked fine. It looks fine in live action, but not on like a cartoon. It's, I don't know. But yeah, at least here now they look like more like robots again. So yeah, I do love what they did here for like the teal lipstick. Yeah, it's nice. I'm not sure why a giant robot would have lipstick, but okay. You got an About logo right there. I love the chest printing details that they put on. You know, it's very familiar to how it appeared on the cartoon. I love what they did here for like the rims above the wheels, because that's also very cartoon inspired. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here like I'm kind of impressed with, because I mean, I thought like it like just be paint wise Strongarm and have some changes. Honestly, they made it like look enough to be Strongarm, like with the different line patterns, some of the details like again here on the rims. So yeah, Hasbro, I'd say, did a good job of transferring Aaliyah 1 into this. And yeah, unfortunately, not really any paint here on the front of the forearms. So yeah, I mean, you got stuff on the side here, but that's obviously meant to be there for the alt mode. And she does have a bit of a backpack. I forgot if the door wings are accurate to the cartoon. It's been a long time since I watched RD 2015, but well, if she did have door wings, then they definitely weren't this low down and small, but I can understand why they're the way that they are. Actually, I think you can move these out like a little bit. Yeah, like that. They don't go really any higher. They're just kind of stuck down here. And yeah, I do like they did with the shins on the back right here. Well, I mean, again, we saw this kibble. The legs look okay. Not really any hollow spots. So yeah, pretty okay looking robot mode. I mean, you know, I do love like how they again re-engineered Elite 1 into RD 2015 Strongarm. It's just because it's from that Elite 1 mold, which wasn't bad in the first place. It just has some of those weird things that figure had, like again with kind of lower legs. I mean, it's not bad here. It's just kind of an odd design, and also again the door wings are just kind of a little odd right there. They're like small and low down. You can't see them. It's kind of a little bit strange, but overall, not too bad. Oh man, my link's getting too bright. But yeah, overall, not too shabby. So yeah. Now, anyways, for the articulation, head is on a ball joint, so I can move side to side. Head can look up and then down. Shoulders, kind of a little bit hindered because of this right here. But yeah, I can get a full 180 there, just with some kibble issues right there. Kind of collides together. Biceps do swivel, bending at the elbows. She does have wrist swivels. The hands can't move in and out. It just simply just swivels. Oh well. She does have a waist swivel. Legs can kick up this far, back that far, and then out that far. She does also have a thigh swivel, bend at the knee, and ankle pivots. The feet do not move back and forth, unfortunately, but so yeah, pretty basic articulation, I guess. Could be a bit better, but especially where this area is concerned, it's all kibbly mess. But yeah, overall though, their articulation is not horrible. It's a little bit hindered. Anyways, yeah, now for accessories, again, she does come with the gun, so we'll just put that in her hands. Why isn't it going in? It's a little tricky sometimes to get in there. There we go. And yeah, I think you could remove the flashers and then just put it in her hand, but I'm not sure who would. But yeah, so we're not going to waste time by showing that off. But it's something you probably could do. I haven't tried it out. But yeah. So anyways, now for the robot mode size comparisons. Here she is with Elite 1. And yeah, like I said before, I really love how it translated this into this. And it's really cool if you think about it. I mean, that's like, usually I'm not too big on Hasbro reusing old molds for just completely different characters, but the only exception is if they could do something like take the mold, but like kind of redesign the outer parts of it. And you know, they can keep the same transformation engineering, but as long as they make it look different enough to be, you know, to be almost unrecognizable. Yeah, that's the only exception I have for that. And honestly, this is a good example right here of it. Like in the old modes, they look entirely different except for the bottom. But here, yeah, you could definitely tell they were using parts like the thighs are the same. I think that actually might be it. Or the hands the same? No, they're slightly different. And I love what they redid here with the shoulders. So as you can see with Elite 1, the panels from the front of the car mode, they can only stick up. You can't like bend them down. At least I tried. I mean, you can, but it's like, yeah, you can tell they're not designed to do that. They're supposed to stay up, which is fun for Elite 1, but for Strongarm, who was, of course, on RD 2015, and a lot of those characters had like tons of huge kibble. You know, you'd expect her to have it where parts of the car are like facing down. So, and luckily they redesigned it to where that can happen. I think that's cool. And Elite 1 also didn't have the door wings, so it's cool that they add in there, even though if you could barely see it. I'd be completely fine if that wasn't there, but I guess it's still nice that Hasbro added it in. Oh, I just realized, I think the crotch section's the exact same too. It's just they have, you know, this one's kind of like black and like a gunmetal gray sort of, while this one's white and red. So it shows how much different something can look with different colors. Yeah, here's just full 360 shot right there. And yeah, I really love what they did with the transferring of the mold. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the robot mode size comparisons. And there you guys have my review for the Transformers Legacy Evolution Deluxe class Strongarm. And I gotta say, she's pretty okay figure, I'd say. Yeah, not my favorite from the wave. That either have to be probably either Bombshell or Detritus, who I will review soon. But honestly, you know, she's not really that bad. Because I remember when it was first revealed, there's a lot of those trolls online or whatever, the haters essentially, like they're like, boo, she doesn't look that good or something like that. I mean, honestly though, I feel like those are just the RD 2015 haters, which, I mean, yeah, I will admit the show's not that good, but it's kind of underrated at the same time. It's also not really that bad. It's not Energon bad or Prime Horse Trilogy. Like, those are two bad Transformer shows, but RD 2015 is kind of closer to bad than good, but it's not bad. It's just, you know, it's, yeah, there's some moments that are like face palming moments, but there's some charming moments. But anyways, back to the figure. Yeah, it's not that bad. You know, I mean, I'd say it's almost an improvement from Elita 1. And the reason I say that is that, you know, they kind of add a bit more details and varying paint schemes, which, I mean, is pretty typical for Strongarm, you know, with the white and blue. And yeah, I think, you know, in some ways, like, they re-engineered it where it's almost, again, a better mold. I mean, it's more fun to pose around with, I guess, and I can't really put my finger as to why I think this is a better use of the mold than Elite 1 was, but that's just my opinion, though. I kind of like this version of the mold slightly better than Elite 1's, but yeah, with Elite 1, you know, there's some areas where it seemed like the articulation was a bit hindered, and that carries over into Strongarm, especially where the shoulders are concerned, but she ain't really that bad, honestly, though. But now, do they need to include the door wings? Not really, because they're kind of in the way, sort of, if anything. And yeah, there's some areas where she could use a little more paint, especially in the front of the police car alt mode. But and maybe they could have made it's supposed to be like a shrug, right? So it should be like a little higher up, especially considering how it looked on the show. It looks a little bit flat, but aside from all those little nitpicks, I have not a bad figure. Not my favorite from the wave, but still a pretty neat little figure. So yeah, no, yeah. So anyways, guys, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share for more, and comment down below what you guys think of this figure. So anyways, guys, as always, till all are one.